Brothers, After the Screaming Stops was a surprise hit of the Christmas TV season after the documentary was aired by the BBC. BBC 4 aired the documentary about Matt and Luke Goss on December 23, and the critics offered mostly positive reviews for the film, which you can watch on BBC iPlayer now. Brothers fans have also given the documentary positive reviews. What do the critics think of Brothers, After the Screaming Stops? The film has been well received by critics, with a current score of 100% for the documentary on Rotten Tomatoes. On top-rated film podcast Kermode and Mayo's film review, critic Mark Kermode said of the documentary, "This could be called This Is Spinal Brothers. On the one hand you get this portrait of two brothers, and on the other there's dialogue where you sometimes wonder whether someone scripted it." Kermode, in particular, picked out a quote which has become a meme since the Brothers documentary aired on BBC 4, where Luke Goss says, "Rome wasn't built in a day, but we don't have the time Rome had." The critic is not the only one to compare After the Screaming Stops to This Is Spinal Tap, the 1984 mockumentary featuring a spoof metal band known for their ponderous and preposterous quotes. Writing for the Sunday Times, Edward Porter gave the film 4 out of 5 stars and said, "Some of their remarks are unintentionally hilarious, giving us Spinal Tap by way of smash hits. Yet the duo are ultimately lovable, and the film makes you poignantly aware of how testing their lives have been." The Guardian's Peter Bradshaw also compares the film to Spinal Tap in his 3-star review. He wrote, "If you can imagine a traveling Wilburys-type combo of Alan Partridge on drums, Nigel Tufnell of Spinal Tap on guitar, and David Brent on vocals, you'll have some idea of the tragicomic self-importance summoned up by the brothers' reunion and the extraordinarily solemn thoughts being shared by the brothers in the run-up to the big show." Although the critics have been almost unanimously positive about the documentary, they disagree on whether you are laughing with or at the brothers' brother in After the Screaming Stops. The Times' Hugo Rifkind is very much laughing at Brothers when he says, "It's vital you understand that despite the breath-stopping absurdity and bewildered ego at every turn, although their words are all madness and the songs are all terrible, this manages to be one of the most moving, uplifting and downright touching band portraits you will ever see." Simran Hans of The Observer, in contrast, thinks the film is on the side of Luke Goss, who has worked as an actor in films such as Hellboy 2 since leaving Brothers. She wrote, "Grafter Luke claims his frontman brother was always the favorite, but the film is firmly on his side, gleefully complicit in making fun of Matt." The Daily Star's Andy Lee sums up the argument, writing, "If you saw the recent Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber documentaries, you'll know these films can seem like puff pieces edited to massage a star's ego. But in this touching and very funny film about last year's Brothers reunion concert, Matt and Luke Goss don't seem in charge of a single shot. They rarely seem in control of themselves." Brothers, After the Screaming Stops is available to watch on BBC iPlayer now.